I don't know if you saw that note which went out, which described who he was. So did you understand the first word mentioned over there?
No.
Right. So
Random guy.
Random guy. So he's not a randonneur, but he's a super randonneur. He's not a marathoner, but he's an ultra marathoner. And when he has this free time, which is very little, I believe, he's an entrepreneur. He's been running his software company for last, 20 years, Ash?
15?
15 years, kind of getting close to that. Okay, I'm going to stop with that much of an introduction, because I think that's enough to make everybody curious over here. So with that, Ash, all yours.
Thank you. I think that he had a lovely session, and Nandan was brilliant in his pitch to transform India. I have no such big pitch. I'm just a simple individual here. All I've been trying to do over these years just to transform myself and seek inspiration from things outside of work, which also drives what I do in business. So the last 5 years, I've been into cycling. I'm just an amateur cyclist, an amateur runner, professionals. And it's been a very interesting and fascinating few years. I guess all of us go through midlife crisis and each of us respond differently. I think I responded to by getting on the bike. And even the same case of running, because when you go past 50, 60 kilometers, there are times when the body, slowly there's a voice which starts telling you, I think I feel an ache here, I think I'm feeling a little muscle pull here, I think I'm feeling something, and then you learn to shut off. And it's not really pain in the true sense. It's not a pain that is causing you grief, it's just the excuse that's popping up quietly. And once you cross the pain goes away. And that's when you get into the zone. And but that doesn't leave you with any scar per se. The notion of belief to me is terribly important. Yeah, we are skilled, we try to do rides, we try to practice, we eat the right food, do all that stuff, keep your bikes clean, keep the best shoes, all the stuff you do, so you've got all that stuff. But the notion of belief is that you can do it is probably far more important. I've seen a lot of friends of mine who kind of quit and then they said, oh my gosh, I should have. And that's because they somehow thought the weather was bad, it's unsafe, a truck went off on the wrong side, it nearly kissed him, and then therefore it's unsafe, whatever. So the belief system is what I think is far more important than skill in a lot of these cases. And that's when you start seeing that it's very, very personal and something that comes from your heart. And then I said, aha, this is what is mindlessness. So you could actually do 50. And then after about 2-3 weeks, that number called 50 became 80, which means 3 hours on the saddle continuously approximately, landed up to be 80. And then distances started rolling, because the century becomes, every time there is a little barrier. 50 is a big barrier, 3 hours, 4 hours is a big barrier, 100 is a bigger barrier. So that's when I think people are very desperate to get quickly there too fast. Same happens in running. You see all the guys running marathon, you say, I also need to get to marathon 6 months. You don't get there. If you get there, you're probably injured, and therefore it puts you off, and then you say, okay, that works. So it does, persistence is one thing, but more than anything else, I think is to enjoy the entire journey, just do it for the sake of what you're going to do. Makes, I think, a tremendous amount of difference. And you're your own judge, so that doesn't mean that you're going to compete with anybody here anyway. Yeah. Thank you so much.